Okay, we are in. So, in the end, we finally found some time for the cutting. So, we had the chance to speak with Adam, and now is Saturday afternoon, late afternoon. We got back from the SKKG last visit, and now just to stress out a bit and relax, we'll try some cutting as we hoped to be able to do.
Because we're both very tired.
Yes. So let's hope we can perform good. I would just say, just to introduce and make a bit of context, my experience in cutting is not that long. I had the chance back last summer with you to try some of Cyril Ham swords. Amazing. A different kind of sword though.
So different cutting material, very
absolutely
important.
Yeah, so we cut tatami, but back in Bavaria I had the chance to cut some battles with your Schweizerdegen. So anyway, different kind of blade, different size, different targets. I would say it's just fun to see, at least from my point of view.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this is any kind of really test to confirm any historical evidence or such. It's just having the chance to test it.
Yeah, and see if it cuts.
Yeah.
Or if we can't cut, because we are just bad.
Yeah. I just swing it a bit before switching on the camera. I would say when we recorded the conversation with Adam, we discussed about the point of balance being a little bit too heavy toward the tip, and we have handled originals that had a shorter point of balance closer to the cross. I thought that might be a problem while swinging because it felt a bit heavy, but now that I have tried it, I can say it feels really nimble, and was just like some seconds of swinging, but I liked it a lot, so I expected my cut really well, and
we'll see.
Yes. Okay, so we start with the first one. I leave you the first cut.
I guess it cuts.
Yes.
I have to say it was effortless.
Uh-huh.
I also want to say that these bottles here in Switzerland are quite hard. Like compared to like even Italy, Turkey, even like in the US, they are so much thinner. So this is thicker. To cut these is harder. And also harder on the blades and all the light stuff, but it was just going through, no issue at all. If you get the next bottle, you can continue.
Yes.
And so, I didn't try.
It's not perfectly straight, but
close enough.
Yes.
Especially where the ribs are, it likes to deviate.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy with the result. Like it is quite straight overall, so edge alignment was fine, tiny bit off.
Okay.
Cuts well. I'll leave the rest of cutting to you. And yes, swinging. I'll just try one swing before you.
Yes. Well, I think I
have to say, when it's in motion, really nice. So I would agree with your assessment. Was just going, not hard on the hand, nothing. Really good when. I have to say, I like it as well. Quite nimble.
A bit stiff.
I mean, went through as well. The bottles are not fixed.
I tried purposefully to get the higher part of the bottle because I hope to be able maybe to even have a second swing on the half.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, especially when nothing is fixed. And it's very little, like it's not really helpful how the bottle is on the small thing, to be honest. It can work, it has worked in the past, but...
Yeah, cutting it cut.
I never swung a sharp sword in that size.
Same.
Yeah, so with the Schweizer Degen I can do this sometimes 3-4 times. But even then it's hard. If not fixed. I'll bring you the next one.
Yep.
Maybe this works better because it has more mass as a bottle. Your beloved Kvass. On the other hand, the whole thing is not straight, so it's not the perfect setup, but it does its purpose. And it feels thicker again, the diameter of the plastic.
I think I'll try again with the above cut.
Especially because the floor is not the best to do too much.
Whoa!
It was very close.
This was cool. I was a bit worried with the first cut because of, you know, we are handling a pretty valuable object.
Yeah.
On this one, I tried a little bit to leave space to the momentum of the cut without stiffening too much the wrist and the hand. And I must say it changed quite a lot, the feeling.
Yeah.
And this was really smooth.
Yes, I have to say as well. It wanted to stay up there. You want to do a horizontal cut?
Might be.
This is shape-wise harder again with here, so it really depends where you hit it.
Quite smooth. Is a bit jagged. Is not really perfect. But I would say it has more to do with my skill rather than the sword itself, because there was not much resistance.
Yeah, it's still, I mean...
It's just, also, I do not want to, you know,
absolutely
try to hit something else.
I mean, I've seen cut people like with my Roga and stuff, and the bottle just flies away with no cut. The bottle is still cut through. So the mass behind it still gets it through every time. Now the last special treat. I hope I can place it actually, because with this
you can cut the base, or you can smash it. A little bit.
Nah.
Let's try.
Yeah.
We had no time to get the face on it.
So we had a video malfunction for whatever reason. The camera decided to stop.
The kind of what the fuck moment.
Yes.
The really wrong moment.
So all the bottles were cut. We went to put this on. You will probably see we cutted this, showed everything to the camera, and now realized that for some reason the video had stopped. So we put on one of the halves that flew away. In total, you cut it like 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
So pieces in between are here. We tried to build up the special treat that we had prepared, which was a pumpkin at least. So we will cut one more time through this.
Yeah.
I'll go now behind the camera.
Yes.
Maybe it thought we are cutting something that is not meant to be filmed. I mean, it's recording. Yeah, still effortlessly.
And without letting the second one fall.
Oh yes.
You can try once more.
Just not the sword, right? Yeah.
No. I'm even improving the level of
Absolutely.
cutting here.
There's no chunk flying out.
Yes, the first cut were a bit but probably my fault. This might be the proof that the more I cut, the better the cut gets.
Yes.
So cool. I will try maybe one last.
Yeah.
The more stressful it gets.
I mean, could also go one last diagonal.
Okay.
But you know, a bit. Yeah, probably.
One little slice at a time.
Do you want to do a rising cut? Shall I try one?
Okay.
One last.
I think you can do better. I'm
not sure
too
because
frightened. The feeling. Cool. Cool.
Way too nervous.
But
could you take this off? Yeah, okay. The inner part is not helping now because it's this, like where the seats are.
Yeah, it's
fibery.
Yeah, attaching a bit to the blade, like some kind of rope.
I still have.
Yes. But yeah, overall conclusion, since we lost
the first conclusion.
time. Yeah, in general, I think is good. I'm not an expert cutter, so I'm totally fine with the results. Probably some of the more wavy cut were due to not much experience. It handles good, feels like a longsword almost due to length. Transitional length is not full two-handed sword of the Renaissance, meaning like Spadone or Montante. And even with the swinging, I was satisfied. We could not just swing too much. There is no wet grass. It is a bit slippery. Then we don't have much space here, so we were worried about banging something out of distraction. So yeah,
it was good.
Thumb up.
Yes, I agree. I had the same impressions. I also swung it like you. Very nice job.
Bravo, Adam.
I think that's it.
Yes.